What's up, everybody? Welcome to Directional Influence episode 54, brought to you by VV Gaming. I am your host, Rapture. Sorry for the delay of some episodes, but it's been a long month after Apex, some college stuff coming up. I know we covered Apex last episode on the 13th, episode 53. I know Max and DM were on that episode, but on this episode, we got a shorter episode for you guys here today, and we have a very good friend of mine, one of the first people I ever played with competitively in Smash Bros. And forced me to go to my first tournament. You guys all know him as Allied. David, how is it? How are you?
I'm grand.
Great.
I'm doing really well. How about you?
I mean, I'm not doing that bad, but I'm sure I'm doing better than you have been, and we'll hear more about that. First of all, really great to have you on the show, and like I said, very good friends of you for a while. But we have Allied here on the show to talk about himself. He's been through a lot of stuff lately, and he's doing some new stuff. So I want to talk to him for a little bit on this episode. So first of all, I guess introduce yourself to those who don't know you.
All right. Well, for anyone that may or may not know me, I am Allied, part of Juice Gaming. Basically, I'm a top Masters Terran player in Starcraft 2, and I'm also a Wario, Snake, R.O.B main in Brawl. Or I don't even know what I made anymore, but I use those characters to kind of a good success. And yeah, I like doubles in Brawl because that's the only thing I can make money off of. And yeah, that's me.
All right, cool. So I guess just really quick, how did you get into playing Smash competitively?
That's a funny story. All right, well, basically, back in high school, I was this is when I was a bad kid. I was doing like all horrible things that no one should ever do, like smoking, drinking, whatever. So basically, in high school, what I would do was I'd get drunk and then play video games, and I was over at my friend's house and we played Melee all the time. Like, this is back before we knew about Smash boards or whatever, just like everyone else. Like, oh yeah, back before Smash boards, we play by ourselves and we spam the C stick and stuff like that. So I would I would I would play Melee with him over and over again. And then one time I went online just to look up something, like maybe like learn like a glitch or something. And then I saw like a combo video. I think it was like just random combo videos of like Isaiah, Ken, Wes doing his stupid shenanigans. And yeah, after that, I just became like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna do that. And then yeah, from there I tried to go to tournaments, but it was in high school at the time, so I really didn't get a good chance to. And then when Brawl came out, I started making, going to tournaments and stuff like that.
Cool. Now, nowadays you don't play much Brawl, but rather Starcraft has become your game. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, all right, so when I picked up StarCraft, it was actually, I wasn't supposed to play StarCraft. I was actually trying to get competitively into Street Fighter because I noticed Brawl was going a little downhill. It's harder, like the locals only reach like 20 people max. Like the nationals, they don't really get too much attendance. Brawl doesn't really get that much recognition, especially after MLG. That was like the kind of big high rise of Brawl. Like it hit like a lot of people like going to each event and stuff like that. So what I did was I was playing Street Fighter on the side. I got to like rank B online. I used to main Guy, Cammy, Zangief. Like I was just like picking random characters. I didn't really I was still trying to just get good. And then my Xbox red ringed. So I was like, whoa, this sucks. So I picked up StarCraft 2 just because it seemed cool. I didn't even know it was like big at the time. I didn't know it had a whole big background. I was like, oh, just an RTS. I'm just gonna play it. And I picked it up and I learned about it. And then I went to League of Legends for a while. I think a good 7 months. I hit like 1400 elo season 1. And then after that I quit because I didn't like that game. And I went back to StarCraft 2. And I realized that it had a really potential. And it was like really big potential. And it was a fun game. So then I grinded really hard. I went from bronze to masters in 7 months. And yeah, since then I've been trying to just get better and better.
And are you trying to play it like really competitively, like go to tournaments and all that kind of stuff, or are you just trying to play it like a Scrub Monster online GB Warrior?
I'm probably going to stick to GB Warrior because I do live with my girlfriend now, and I am probably going to be going to college soon. So I'm like, my goal right now is I'm going to be streaming once I get money, and I want to stream and I want to win online tournaments because there's still money in the online tournaments. And then if I can get like a team or something eventually along like way later on, like when I get good enough, get a team, to go to tournaments, I'll do that. But like I'm not looking to like go to Korea to live there or something like that. Like nah, like I'm not that hardcore. I just wanna beat people.
Wasn't your girlfriend going to Korea for speedruns?
Yes, she is going next month for. She is the number one Super Mario Bros. 64 speedrun female record holder.
Wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. I mean, I've seen her play, and I've seen her play Banjo-Kazooie, and it was breathtaking.
Yeah, she can do that. She knows everything in that game too.
Well, now one of the things that I want to point out was that you were not going to tournaments and stuff because of your illness, and a lot of people want to hear about that and know about it. So I guess talk a little bit about that.
All right. Well, I was living in Texas for about half a year, give or take, like a little bit more. So I was living in Texas with my girlfriend because that's where she's originally from. Well, she's actually from Chicago, but she moved to Texas with her family. So I was there, living there, and I was just working and playing Starcraft, doing the grind. And then we were getting ready to move by December. Um, but what happened was one day I just got this extreme pain in my stomach. I'm not like it was like a really bad stomach cramp. I thought it was food poisoning. So was throwing up all night, just in terrible pain, couldn't move, couldn't really do anything. And then I realized it was bad enough to like go to the hospital. So like the next day I go to the hospital, I walk in there and I just like, started freaking out. I passed out and I finally get upstairs to like, my room and I wake up and they put me in my bed and they're like, "All right, well, we'll do a quick CAT scan." And the CAT scan came back and apparently my appendicitis was my appendix, sorry, was inflamed. So from there, they were like, "All right, we're gonna keep you overnight and do surgery in the morning, right?" Because they didn't think it was too much of a big deal. So the next morning, like midday, they decided to open me up and take it out, and it turns out it already bursted. It was already like inside me. So what happened was I ended up getting blood poisoning. Well, not like blood poisoning, but basically because the goop from the appendicitis was leaking so much and it was there for so long, it went into my bloodstream. I got like I got like really bad off that, but they tried to clean it up. So for the most part, after that is hold on one second. Um, sorry, but for the most part after that, I yeah, I just was like recovering for about a good couple months because like I couldn't walk after like for the first week after the surgery, I couldn't walk really. I had a really hard time breathing. Like I would just like walk a step and I'd just like out of breath. And yeah, I was just in the hospital. And then after that, we moved and then we got back to New York City on December 10th. And then what happened was on December like 14th, I started feeling sick again. I was having like Will, I had you over, I had Doom, I had like a lot of people over, and like I was just feeling really sick. I thought it was just like a common cold, but what happened was like around December 17th, I woke up that morning and I noticed I was like I can't walk, I can't see straight, I'm dizzy. There's something wrong with me again. Like so I went back to the hospital. So as I went back to the hospital, they tried to fix me up, and it turns out that the bacteria from the appendicitis, because it was inside me, they didn't clean it up correctly, and it came back and attacked my liver. So that's why I was like discolored, and I like didn't feel good and all that. So, and I had like a 103 fever, like it was pretty crazy. So I ended up being in the hospital for over like pretty much a month, like a good solid month. Like I was just in the hospital, like didn't go outside, didn't do anything, didn't play StarCraft, didn't play Brawl. I was just in the hospital on the really bad hospital internet, just kind of like trolling Facebook, and that was it for like a month straight. And finally, I got out recently. I was taking antibiotic through my arm at home, and it cost 200 something dollars. It was $240 a week. I just didn't. I don't have money for this anymore. So basically, luckily, the infection just cleared up a couple days ago, and I didn't have to take the antibiotics anymore because I didn't have any money like to pay for it. So like I didn't even know what I was gonna do, but luckily I went for a CAT scan and it was all cleared up. So just in time. And then yeah, that's where I am right now. I decided for the past week I was trying to get back into StarCraft and I decided to pick up Zerg, and I
Ugh.
went from bronze to diamond basically in about 5 days. Just to learn because I never like played Zerg. Like I wasn't ever good, and then I just did that since I got out of the hospital. Then yeah.
Yeah, because now I'm like a platinum on my account that you use, and I can't beat anybody. Well, no, I had that one game against the gold player, the sloppiest Starcraft game of all time.
Yeah.
That was hype. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you're going to be online worrying it up for that money, because I mean, online tournaments do have money for Starcraft, unlike fighting games, which is actually really good for a game like that. I mean, I'm trying to get into it. I know you're trying to help me out there, and it's a I would say an easy game to learn, but a difficult game to master.
Yeah.
But it's certainly an undertaking, and there's tons of. I mean, this is going to be a really big year for it. I mean, last year was hyped for it too, so to get into it would be really cool. But you said you wanted to stream. You said you wanted to, play more StarCraft and all that kind of stuff. Like, is there anything else you're really sort of planning for the future? You said you want to go to college too. Like
Y-
that what you're trying to do? Just trying, get your education up, your gaming up. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm just taking it slow. Right now I because I have no money, I actually applied for like public assistance and food stamps and stuff like that because I just like straight up don't have money. So I'm doing that right now, and then hopefully I want to start college soon and get a job. And yeah, like other than that, like I want to also start streaming for StarCraft. So it's just gonna be a bit because my laptop is I have like a really bad laptop. So like when I play. I play between like 5 to 15 FPS at all times. Like and late game, it's unbearable.
No, I feel you. I
It's
feel
usually
you.
lag spiking.
Yeah.
So but hopefully I'll be getting a new computer soon. My friend's actually giving me his old one because he has like a really big tax return, and he doesn't need his old one. His old one, runs 1v1 late game 60 FPS, something like that. So I was like, oh, that's great. So he's really helped me out. And he's an old lifetime friend, so
We're
really
definitely.
excited.
So I mean, I hate to say it because I mean, right now you're sort of not the best position, but I mean, you're sort of moving away from Smash, and I would say that you're happy in terms of the people you've met in the community, even though you're sort of moving away from it. That's correct.
Yeah, I mean, as far as moving away from Smash, I'm still like there. I'll probably be going to tournaments, just not as hardcore as I was before. Probably like, especially like if I get a good partner, you'll see me there, entering a tournament. Like, I'm still trying to get like a little bit better, just because everyone's like on a whole level, like a whole new level, especially in New York, New Jersey, whereas like, I come in and I just kind of, do my own thing, and it's really hard to place in this region. That's why like if anything, you'll probably just see me coming to tournaments mostly for doubles because, like, I don't know, it's just easier. So, like, I'll always be, you know, placing really high there. So,
Definitely. I remember my first ever doubles competition. I teamed with you and we beat like Dark Peach or something. It was
yeah.
hype.
Yeah, we got like third.
Yeah, it was fun. But any shout outs or anything you want to say to the fans of Allied because as you said you'll be sticking around and you got big things coming up, so I'm sure there's some people you want to thank or anything.
Um, yeah, just all the smashers, all the people on my Facebook. Just anyone that is a big fan of Wario gets my respect, and any StarCraft players that may have heard of me, probably not, because I haven't really done too much in the community yet. Just minor tournament results, and yeah. Other than that, just like my crew, Juice Gaming, DM, Zuko, Doom, Ether, and my girlfriend, because without her, I'd be in a tough spot right now. So she's really helped me out a lot through the past year. So I'd like to especially thank her. And yeah, and you for putting me on the show.
Oh, of course, that's what I'm here to do. But anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. This short episode. Just wanted to talk to Allied about all of his stuff and what's going on. Next time, hope we got a big episode for you guys. Maybe working with Will and Doom and all of them to put something good together. Hopefully, we'll be getting back to you guys and when that episode will come up. Because I mean, trying to figure out what's big in Smash next. We're trying to see what will happen, but hopefully you'll all stay tuned and see what that will be. So thanks for listening. Shout outs to VV for hosting the show, Allied for being here and talking to me on this interview, and all you guys for listening. We'll see you guys next time. This is Directional Influence episode 54, and thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.